Okay, well, thank you all for coming and meeting. This is so exciting. It's been a dream for all of 2023. We've been preparing for this very moment to start the investments, and we've got a great lineup. I know that everybody's going to participate and give their best tips. Next meeting is going to be the first Tuesday of the month of December so that we have more time for holidays. And it's going to be led by a wealth manager, a young wealth manager in his 20s from one of the local groups in town. So he's going to give us how to pick stocks and his best picks. And Jillian is hosting today. So I'm so excited. And some of us have already made that trade, Jillian, in our account. Thanks to you. I did it. I know that Maddie has some. I think Sylvie has it already. Do you have that trade? Do you have Jillian's trade yet?
Whatever that will be.
You have it, Malia, right? And Kent has it in his account. So it's really great that we're all participating. We're going to learn a lot. We're going to dive right in. Very exciting. And remember that Chris and Andrea and I are here to support anybody who would like to have some support. We're getting everybody to do $250 minimum a month, and we're happy to fund that. If you desire some help with that, just build the muscle, trade, do something in your investment account every month for 12 months. And I'm going to start with a prayer and turn it over to Jillian. So let's come before the Lord. Oh, dear Heavenly Father, in the name of Christ Jesus, we thank you so much that we have this opportunity to share with you and to be excited and to be youthful and know that abundance is ours, Lord, and you have great plans for us in our lives. Thank you that we're excited. Thank you that we're able. Thank you that you have given us this abundance to make some investments in sound minds and good decisions, Lord. Thank you most for each other and the support that we're going to continue giving each other through this year's process once a month, Lord. It'll all be recorded and we can listen to it a second time if that's what would work for us best. And what a great joy it is just to be together. In your holy name we pray, in Christ Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so the first thing that I'm just going to introduce is the investment platform Vanguard is the one that I have experience with. I have an account with Charles Schwab as well, which was TD Ameritrade before. But today I'm looking at Vanguard because when I was in college and set up my Roth IRA and my short-term investments, that is the account that I created. So really quickly, the first thing with Vanguard, and we're going to be setting it up with Donovan in real time this week, is the Roth IRA fund. I'm sure that most of the investment platforms are very similar, but my experience with Vanguard is I set up the Roth IRA. They told me, obviously, the limit that there is of how much I can put in a year in that contribution. I'm self-employed, so there's no type of matching with an employer or anything like that. But if that applies to you, obviously, there's some additional steps. And with Vanguard, they asked a couple of questions of me about my age, my target retirement date, and then my interest in how much risk I'm looking for. In addition to surveying those questions from me, they also gave me recommendations saying, you know, you're starting young, we recommend a higher risk portfolio. And so with my Roth IRA, I actually did not choose any stocks individually. They gave me a proposed portfolio and they said, this is what we think for your target retirement, your age you should go with. And it looked good to me. I also have had some experience with Vanguard in the past couple of weeks with their customer service and their chat feature online. It has been awesome. They connect you with a real person right away. And they were very quick to be able to help me. So in terms of Vanguard as a platform, I think it's great. It's been working really well for me. And so one of the first stocks that I invested in when I set up my Vanguard account was the VGT. The VGT is the Vanguard Information Technology. It's an ETF. And so I want to see if it'll let me share my screen here with you. See what I'm looking at. Donovan, be my person here. Share screen. No, it won't let me do it. Let's see. But I'll just kind of summarize for you. You can look up on Vanguard the VGT, the Vanguard Information Technology ETF, and it will show you the kind of statistics and information about it. But just kind of going through what it includes. It
Jillian, you
is
can share now.
Say that again. I can share it now. Okay.
And Jillian, explain what an ETF is.
Okay. Get there. Hang on. That's a share. All right. Now you can all see. So starting up at the top. The information technology. Oh, remind me, Carissa, what the E stands for.
Exchange traded fund.
Yes. So the exchange traded funds, part of the reason why I went with that first is the minimum investment is only $1. And so that was a great way for me getting started, as opposed to mutual funds, which required like a $3,000 minimum investment. So with the ETF, I was able to take whatever I had in my bank at that time, get started, and then continue adding more money from there. So yeah. So the information here is all on Vanguard. As far as I have researched and understood, you can purchase this ETF through other places like Charles Schwab. It is a very high risk, high reward investment, which intrigued me at first. It's a 5 on Vanguard scale. As you can see, the minimum investment here is $1. And then current market price is $443. So going through with what it includes, this is kind of what drew me to it at first as I was looking at things, because information technology was something that I was like, yeah, I'd like to invest in that. So it's mostly application software, as well as things like equipment and electronic components. But it also includes things like services and other software types of things. And this is a breakdown of the holdings. So it's mostly Apple, a lot of Microsoft, things like Adobe, Cisco systems, Salesforce. So a lot of data information as well as software programs. So if you want to go through, you can keep looking down that list on your own. But once I looked through that, I said, yeah, that's a great group of stocks I wanted to invest in. And this one's done really well for me over the years. It's been, I think, like an 18% return just in the past couple of years. So that's been one that I've been really happy with, and I'm going to be purchasing more. Let's see if I can get out of my share screen now. Donovan's my tech guy. All right, stop share. There we go. So anything you want to add to that, Aunt Carissa?
Yeah, just a few things. So the VGT can also, if you have a Fidelity account, you can purchase it. Many different accounts, like Jillian was mentioning. Schwab is just one of them. So within your investment, and Morgan can tell us if you can buy this in your Merrill Lynch account. Yeah, okay, yes, you can. So our Merrill Lynch confirmation there. So do look into it, and it's very quick to do. I want Jillian to show us how you can just download the app from your investment firm, your Fidelity or your Schwab or your Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, whatever your brokerage account is, that you just download the app and you can do it right on your phone. You can make your trade in 30 seconds on the phone. So the commitment again is that everybody's going to actually make this trade, even if it's for a few dollars. And if you've yet to open a brokerage account, I know that Cindy was on here, and we're going to help her open her first brokerage account or current brokerage account with us and make this trade. So very excited, VGT. Again, Jillian, it was at how much per share? 400 and
it was 433.
But you can buy
433.38 was the market price today.
Okay, and you can buy a portion of a share. So just making it loud and clear to everybody that if you'd rather just do $100 worth, you could buy it by share, or you can buy it by portion of a share. And when you're going on your app, reminder is if you want market price, like you're just dollar cost averaging in as we are today, you check the little box that says market order versus a limit order. A limit is where you're telling the price that you're willing to buy it at. And for our club, most of the time when you're going in your app, just go to market share and purchase a portion or a share or as many shares as you'd like. Yeah, so the minimum investment is $1. That's very exciting to us. dollar cost averaging. So can you or will you, Jillian, talk a little bit about why we dollar cost average in? And you can call on anybody, including Kent, and
I don't know that I'm the best person to explain that. I'm going to defer that to Kent.
Let's call on Kent. Let's call on Kent then, and he has a finance degree, so let's the ones that can explain it better.
Wow, that's very generous. Well, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I mean, it's just if you dollar cost average, you put the same amount in every so often, usually a month, and over time that plays it plays the market properly so that you can, you know, the ups and downs of the market, you go in the middle of it. So over time you make a gain, and you don't have to time the market or anything. So
Right.
Very simple point said very complicatedly.
Woo, good. So that's one of the things we're here in this club doing. We are actually dollar cost averaging in. We're just making market trades. It's all for fun. And again, if you do consistent market trades every month, doing some trades, it's beautiful. So out of that $250 a month that we're committed to trading, if you'd like to break it up, and Kent's mom is really great. She's like, you can make it like a wheel, and $50 can go to this one, and $50 can go there, and $50. If you'd like to do that, if you'd like to put it all into one thing, dollar cost averaging is more of what we're saying. Put a little bit, like Kent's saying, consistently in picking 3 to 5 different things that you want to break it up and move money into. And what I'm excited about is that when we all pray at night over our accounts for a moment, we're all praying over these same investments because there's so many of us here and we have all this young energy. And I know Scotty shared that he's got this great account that he's been just dreaming about for 3 years to diversify and work and have somebody tell him, do it. Come on, Scotty, every month you have to do it. So amongst us here tonight, please pick a prayer partner, an investment partner, and making sure by the next meeting that you've done the trades that we talk about and that you're getting prepped for the trade that's going to be spoken of. So next in a couple of weeks, next month will be a stock trade. We're going to get 3 suggestions from a gentleman who is a trader. So be ready with your $250 to, over the course of December, make some trades. Again, you can do a very small amount. You can buy a portion of a share. You can buy shares. As much as you wish to invest, that's great. So do figure out who would be great to hold you accountable. And I'm excited, Jillian, for you to show us. Are you going to do it today with Donovan? Are we going to do it in real time and downloading the app, and a little bit of how long that took you or what that entails? Or
yeah, so I'll share the video. Donovan and I videoed the process. I'll share with all of you. But it was very simple in terms of changing over our TD Ameritrade to Charles Schwab accounts. There was an extra step to that, which some of you may be experiencing right now, those of us who are younger, because they were set up with a conservator that no longer is on the account. So our account changeover is taking a little longer because there's some extra paperwork to be filled out. So he has access to his Charles Schwab, but not the ability to trade for another couple days till that paperwork processes. The Vanguard app was super easy. It took all of 2 minutes. The main thing was just having it's a little tricky sometimes on the app to set things up. So if you're creating a new account, try to set it up on your computer first, have your login information, and then logging in on the app is very simple. And on the app, you can also use that chat feature that I used on the computer to talk with a consultant with Vanguard. So that's always an option no matter where you are. It's very easy to, when you click and you open the app, the first thing you see are your holdings. So you get kind of your day-to-day status. But you can also do trades and different features in the app. It's not just for viewing. You are able to pretty much do everything you can on your desktop.
I know I just want to say for me, I have my Roth IRA contributions going, automatically drafting and going directly to Vanguard, where one of my Roth IRA is. But there's an extra step there because it doesn't automatically send money from your checking account into a Roth IRA. It will first put it into a money market and hold it there until you tell it what funds you want it to buy. So having the app on the phone will make it that much easier, because I forget, like sometimes it takes me a couple months and I go, oh, I have to now look at what's in my money market and send it over. There's probably a way for it to automatically, one more step for it to automatically pull that money into the accounts I specify, or I should say buying the investments I specify in my Roth IRA. But at this time, I still have to do it manually. So just know that there's a difference with the Roth IRA than there is with other investments. When it first auto drafts the money, it puts it into a money market. For the Roth IRA, it will not auto invest it for you.
It'll be my homework before next week to see if there's a way with Vanguard to set that up automatically. So I'll report back next meeting and let you know.
Okay. One thing I encourage everyone, have your passwords ready. So whenever you have it, like have it on your phone and make it a habit to really log in daily, that you check and play in your dream and really send the prayers into your investment account. So have your password, know what's logged in. For some reason, if it's using other than your Face ID, so know all your account logins and log into your accounts, that you actually constantly put the energy into it. So I know how it is, like when you get like everything ready for your tax return for the year, and then you start looking at everything. That is a little bit too late for our club here. So have a sheet of paper, make yourself all the logins, all the accounts you have, all the stock you buy. And then I really encourage each and every one of us, look at your starting point today. What is your net worth? What is in your account you're playing with? And then by the end of the year, after 12 meetings, I want to see that everyone doubled or even tripled that number, however your dream is. And at some point, I wish to go around and share, like that we all share in our dreams here. What is it what we wish to create in our investment account here? So have your number ready that we can you can stay away from saying the number. Just, okay, my dream is to have double from what I have as of this date. It's just that you have the dream ready, that you have it written down, because you know where focus goes, the energy flows. And I really know that by the end of this year, with all our intentions here together, we will have more than double for each and every one of us.
Yes, in our accounts, right? And it will be fun because we'll have some professionals join in along the way, encouraging us and giving us even more information. So write down VGT again, everybody. And when we're reading the book, so reminding everybody about this wonderful book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. That's what we're following along. Continue doing the chapters and the steps in there. It's amazing how many exercises, calling your credit card company, seeing all the benefits that they give you, knowing so many things he talks about. But in the book, the chapter, Malia, what are the pages? Chapter 3 and the book 101. Here. Page 101? 111. Yeah, 111. Oh, there you go. So page 111, he talks why he suggests ETFs or exchange traded funds for people. And it really is because then you've got professional management and they've picked these stocks, and you just can say, if I like gas and oil, or I like different energies, or I like consumer funds, or whatever. Yeah, so the dream is just that if you are more comfortable letting somebody else pick a basket of things, then have 80% of your portfolio in different ETFs. You can have 3 or 4. If that's exciting to you. Otherwise, you have some ETFs, have some exact stocks. Bonds are kind of a 5%, the best thing you can do. So we're going to do much better than that. And so I'd prefer to, Biagio might lead us and we'll buy a little bond just to know how to do it. So if he's up for that, he worked with a gentleman who does a lot of bond work. Yeah, and then I'm going to put Kent on January. So our January meeting, Kent, you can guide us in any part of your portfolio that you thought you did really well in, and what you would suggest some of your family members here and friends to purchase. And then Morgan agreed to lead February. He will have his licenses for being a personal finance, whatever you call yourself, Morgan. With his good major, and he's with Merrill Lynch. So it's really exciting. We've got a really great group of people here that are doing well with money, and just excited to and if this is what some of you younger people want to do as your profession, that's just lovely, because if you start now knowing, even if you receive some inheritance or tax returns or any big chunk of money, that you've got your wealth garden already all set up, and that income can just pour right in. That's the dream that we have. Is some families and friends have told us that, well, they had no idea about their inheritance till they were 70 years old. The idea here is, we as parents would love to know that young people know exactly what to do with chunks of money that they get, and that they're already doing things with money. And it's a continual process. It isn't once a year. It isn't once every 3 years. It is monthly. And when you pay attention to your dreams monthly, your dreams help pay attention back to you, and really support you. So yeah, so everybody will be leading. So get ready with whatever you want to share. And Kent, if you'll do maybe S&P 500 index funds, QQQs, or Morgan, you guys can jump into any of that, because I'm really excited to have that in our portfolio. So Kent, you can pick. Do you have something in mind that you'd like to tell us that we're going to be sharing in January?
Well, I do have QQQ and SPY for sure. I've had that for a while.
Okay, spiders, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could come up with something. I mean, I have a couple like individual stocks, but
Perfect.
yeah, I'd say a lot of my portfolio is QQQ and SPY right now.
Okay, and you already have the VGT, right?
Doesn't look like it, no.
Okay, so you're gonna do that. That's your birthday present for me. You're gonna do 250 of VGT tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so that's great. And like I said, a lot of us already have that. Andrea, do you have that in your?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, and then you're helping Donovan get that in his.
Yeah,
Scott,
we'll start him.
committed.
Yeah.
You're gonna go on and buy. What's your trading platform? Who do you use, Scotty? Unmute. Unmute for just a second, so we know who we all are using. So I know we have
Sorry,
some.
I have Merrill Lynch and TD.
Okay, great. TD's now Schwab, so you're gonna have to do what
you gotta,
said. You gotta log
yes.
in. It takes 2 days for them to switch it over to the Schwab number.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to do that.
The Thinkorswim platform though is the same. Schwab kept it, so you have to get a new login, and it's real simple. It's just, it takes them back office time to do. That's
Okay.
great that with Morgan, and we're all gonna have Merrill Lynch accounts once Morgan is all certified here in January.
So Morgan, I have a question for you. With your certification though, are you only certified in Florida?
Yeah, so initially it'll be only in Florida. However, from what I've been told, it is a fairly quick and simple process to get registered for other states. Like
Okay,
I could get registered like same day. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. You have about I don't know, 4 or 5 of us from California here. So yes.
Yeah, get on that.
So California, that would be great. Yes.
For sure.
How about North Carolina?
I'll add it to the list.
He has personal interest in North Carolina, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's great. Great. Oh, very exciting. We're really excited to all share. Sylvia, will you take a minute and tell us about the budget app along with the book?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So when I first read the book, I Would Teach You to Be Rich, there was one chapter about conscious spending planning. So it's basically what we used to call budgeting, but now in a more fun way, that we actually plan the money where we use it most. So it's like the envelope technique that we used before. that you get like your $100 bill and you have to break it up and put like your 10% paying yourself with your investments and then the 10% for the taxes. So, and this app basically uses this envelope technique online. However, because it's like it's online, you can break it up so much easier. You don't have to go and change money in the bank to put it in your under your pillow. It's you pre-plan in this app, and you can link every account. I think they dislinked Fidelity because I used that, so I have to update my some of those numbers manually sometimes. However, I can have as many envelopes as I like. So there's one for clothing, there is one for car payments, there is one for like whatever. So you can have loan accounts and you can match this against. And it's like it takes a little moment to set up and learn the accounting part of it. However, it's made really easy. It's called You Need a Budget, YNAB, and they charge you about $100 a year. However, I found it very worth it because now I am zero looking at my bank accounts anymore. I'm only looking at the app and it shows me all my bank accounts and number. I know exactly my net worth. I know exactly like what is my assets, what is my liability, and it shows me in a graph how I'm growing every month. And also everything that I get in, I can assign to my different accounts in order, however I wish to have it assigned, or automatically I can choose, or I can also so it's basically I can choose the amount of money I wish to spend in each category each month. So I can say, okay, my grocery envelope is going to have this money, and then when I have a transaction on my credit card, it remembers automatically, okay, you went to Publix again, must be groceries. You went to Aldi, it must be groceries. So it automatically sets it up for me that I can just reconcile and say really easily, yes, that was my grocery shop. And it takes it out of this envelope, or like basically shows me how much I have allocated, how much I've spent. And if for some reason in a month I use more than I allocated to it, I can take it from other envelopes and put it back into it. So it's really fun. It's really like a puzzling game with your money to try it out, and it really gives you an overview. It also says, okay, with all your plans you have for this month, you require a certain amount of money, and this is the number. And when you have then the income coming in, this number lowers, and it's like, and then I'm really proud of myself for the day of the month when it says, oh, you really spent, like everything that you have planned, you actually had the money for. So there's zero left for this month. So everything now that I have extra, I can put into all those fun accounts that is saving for other fun things. So there's some things that you require to have, like it starts with an option for all your bills, because these are automatically from your account every month, so that they have to be attended to first, and then all your wants, and then like all your needs and then your wants. And you can change the names of everything, and you can put little emojis with it. So I have like there's this emoji with the money flying, and with a little tree growing, or a big tree, so you can, or like a heart shape of some sort, so you can easily find your envelope just by the emoji you chose with it. So it's really fun to set up, it's really fun to use, and it gives you really an idea of what do I actually require for the lifestyle that I wish to have. So, and then you can adjust this lifestyle accordingly and really say, so because some of those authors of these wealth books say, oh, the latte factor, just stop going to your favorite coffee shop and stop drinking every day your favorite coffee. And this way you save up and put it in your investment fund. And this, what the guy from I Will Teach You to Be Rich said, it's not about the latte factor. It's really about what are you excited to spend your money on. So really use your money for the fun that you have. And when you if it's your fun to sit at a coffee shop and have your coffee, then plan for it accordingly. Have your coffee shop envelope for it, and then use it. And so this is a conscious way to play with your money in a fun loving way, and make it exciting. Because like before that, it's like, oh my gosh, the dreading of looking at a bank account. Is it like the number I expected? Is it less? Is it more? Than yay, happiness. And this way you're really, really excited about playing with it and learning as you go where to spend your money and what is really important for you in life, what brings you forward, and to see just the net worth grow every month, it's worth it already. Or then there's something called the age of money. So that means, like, when do you have your income, when do you spend it, and is everything going out immediately? And once your age of money turns over 30, you are on the way to wealth building really well, because then it means you have like a month already built up, that you feel secure. And we always teach about, it's our belief system, it's our feelings that we go into creating something. And once we have this set up and see, wow, it grows, this grows your belief system of, I can grow, I can double everything, I can do it, and my age of money grows so much with it. And so it's like a nice circle of we sending out and we are receiving greatness. So it's really playing into our receive joy teachings.
Great. Okay, so while we just finished a couple things, the homework that I have for everybody is to prepare in their hearts and write down, what are 5 points that you can say will, when they're solved, it'll make you feel rich individually. And it's all completely different for different people. So 5 things that take place and then you'll feel rich, whatever that is. Okay. And with amounts. So if it's this much money in an IRA, this much money in your bank account, this much money in your investment account, or having a new Ferrari, whatever it is. So minimum 5 points of what will make you feel rich. And then reminding everybody that the first investment account that we're opening is an IRA account, or a retirement account of some form. There's the Roth IRA, there's a traditional IRA, there's the 401ks or multiple. And I know, Morgan, when it's your turn, you'll mention and talk a little bit about your 401k. That would be great. And so for anybody I'm related to on this call or would like my assistance, when Julie and I talked about this before with Donovan, so funding your IRA this year by the end of December, 6,500 is the amount that can be done this year. Again, the funding is until April 15th, though we have to have matching income. So if there's anybody on here, I know that Andrea has her own company, Scotty has his own company, we have our own company, Amalia has a company. If there's anybody who's yet to show income so that they can offset it with their IRA and do their investment, please, let's get together and we can easily make that happen through our companies. So everybody's going to do maximum funding in this club. And what's great is you've got a lot of happy aunties that will help. So maximum, everybody's IRA, including Scotty, is going to be funded completely. You're my prayer partner, Scotty.
Awesome.
The whip is in the other room.
Are we I'm okay with either way. I'm gonna do all of it anyway, but are we committing to fully fund that on top of the $250 a month? Is that what we're doing?
It is.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
a gift. My sister Chris and Andrea and I are here, and the dream is to help you, all you young people, make sure you do it. And what we ask is the discipline of coming to talk to us, calling us up, not more than just texting, and checking in. How am I doing? And so we're talking by December 1st. If you have, yet to figure it out, it's important to always have an elder. If you have a 401k, and I say this to you too, Morgan, it is important to always have an elder that if they're going to give you free money in your company and you still have $2,000 and you've got 3 weeks to get it in, then borrow it from a friend, so we're friends here. This is a financial group. So it'd be easier that it's how you get free money. Very few places. 401k is one of them. And then IRA, again, to stay on target. Yes. So the IRA is something different than our investment account here, but you can do these investments in your IRA, Scotty, if you want to.
Yeah.
Also. Yeah. It's totally your choice. We'd like you to be doing both. So
I just was more clarifying for me and for everyone else. It's like, are we doing both or
both. Funding an IRA and funding and having fun with an investment account. So have two different accounts open. And
so we're like, so I'm just like clarifying for everyone's like, we're minimum commitment every year, $9,500.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Awesome.
Yeah. And so it's every single month that we'll be doing it. And again, it's growing ourselves, stretching ourselves, doing the right thing. I mean, Kent, did you put that much away last year, or do we need the whip for you too?
Into the IRA.
Well, the maximum IRA, and did you fund some of your investment account?
Yeah, I think what I did was I just took the maximum IRA and then put it into a personal account because I wasn't able to access the IRA last year.
Okay, so
But
you're going to make sure you can do that, and we're going to make
Yeah.
sure if it is, because remember, we have to have income matching. So
yeah,
let's get that.
yeah, that would be
So let's solve that
that'd be nice.
with Aunt Andrea, you and I. Okay, we'll solve that with you, Kent. We'll have a
Okay.
private conversation about that.
I just
Anybody
wanted
else?
to share, if anybody is talking about 401ks, I know you mentioned a couple people were going to bring stuff up. A lot of us do own our own business. Scotty, you own your own business. Jillian, you're freelance. So, you know, there is something else besides the 401k, which is for companies. The self-employed is, I think, a 403c or 403 something. And that's it's very much like a 401k, but you can do it as a self-employed account. And so I would like to learn more about that. I don't know enough about it. But I need to do that because no, we don't have a 401k because we own our own business. Our business helps contribute to our IRA and our annuities and so forth. But yeah, I would like to learn about what that one is.
Okay, I'll ask around and get somebody who's
Yeah.
Years ago, few years ago, for people that were self-employed, and I don't understand much of this at all. So Carissa, I private messaged you, but there was I think it was a Roth IRA for self-employed people that whatever you funded in that Roth IRA, if it grew, you know, if the value of it grew, you were not taxed on it. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, that IRA is exactly anything going in is not taxed. Anything, the growth is not taxed. Nobody's taxed until you come out. And the dream of an IRA is you'll be making less income when you're over 70, when you're taking it out, or when you're 75 or 80. Like my mother has no income except her Social Security currently. So when she's drawing from her IRA, it's at a much lower tax bracket than when she was in business and pulling it. So yes.
I'm gonna call a friend of mine who did that because I don't think you were taxed on it even when you took it out, but I'm going to check on that.
Perfect. Yeah. So let's learn more about that 403c. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody else have any topics or dreams that they have in the next 12 months that we'll invest in? I'm excited about the QQQs. Morgan had mentioned he's thinking about some penny stocks that he'll talk to us about.
Yeah.
Anybody have any dreams?
Going back to that IRA thing, my understanding of it too was that taxed dollars went into the account and you pulled it, and it was not taxed when you pulled it. That was my understanding of it, but maybe I'm
Right. No,
That's
wrong
correct.
on that.
That is why you do a Roth IRA instead of a regular IRA, right? And so when you're setting up the
Okay,
accounts, if you guys, does anybody want to talk about versus Roth IRA versus regular IRA?
Yes,
okay.
yes. That would be great.
Go ahead, Dre. Do you want to say a few things? Yeah.
Well, I was hoping some of the younger people would want to chime in. We were always taught, though, that, you know, the Roth IRA was the way to go if you can do that, because you are then not taxed. Yes, you're putting tax dollars in,
Yeah.
so it doesn't get taxed as income, the money that you put in. So you're on a very low tax when you're withdrawing the money. However, the Roth IRA does have certain stipulations, and you cannot take the money out until a certain age or a certain event occurs. So there are some events that you can actually take money out early from a Roth IRA, not just at retirement age. That is, I think, a first-time home buy, a hardship, if you can prove that there's a hardship, like major medical bills, you've had a accident or something like that, and something else, could even be college monies or so. So there are rules on that, and the Roth IRA is generally the better way to go, but you don't want to put all of your money into a Roth IRA because you usually need to wait till you're of retirement age in order to take it out. And that's the thing we're trying to do here is say, don't just invest in a Roth IRA. Make sure you have some other funds, like Jillian was saying. I've got a Roth IRA and I've got a just an investment portfolio where it's short term. We also have some stocks because, as she and I were talking about, some of these companies are really good when they manage your portfolio in like an ETF or a money market account. Or mutual funds, I should say. However, they're then dictating what they can do with that money that you're loaning them and earning the interest when they pay you back. So if you want to just invest in one particular stock, the stock accounts like Charles Schwab or others are a good way to get that. I know, Biagio, you're going to talk about bonds, and I think that's great because there's been good and bad things that have been said about bonds, but we're finding out that when markets are not so good, bonds are actually a good time to, it's a good time to purchase them. So I'm looking forward to hearing your talk so that I can purchase some bonds because I know I need some right now. I'm not diversified in my portfolio enough with it. So.
Great.
Yes.
And so going on to the IRA situation is it's a 10% penalty to take money out before a certain age. So as
Which I
a
believe
young,
that age is 62, correct?
yeah,
I know Morgan said the max age is 72, so you're forced to take it out at 72, but I think the earliest you can take it out is 62.
yeah, and so it does. And then when you start pulling out of your IRA, however much you took out that year, they're expecting tax-wise that you're going to take the same amount. So let's say you take a big payment of $100,000 out one year, you're going to be taxed next year on another 100,000 that came out, or they're going to look for it. So depending if you have a Roth or a traditional IRA, it's taxed differently. So again, going in or going out. So a regular IRA versus a Roth IRA, tax going in, tax coming out, two different methods of.
Yeah. So the benefit of a Roth then is when your tax bracket's lower for your income, then you want to be investing into that. But if you're already, making your taxable income is like, $250,000, and you're probably going to want to start putting into a basic, like a regular IRA. Is that correct?
Yeah, and you can turn a regular IRA into a Roth IRA, but you cannot take a Roth and turn it into a regular. So
Okay.
we'll have that. This is great. So we will do an entire night, 1 hour talk on both Roth and traditional. So we can really have it.
Aunt Carissa, can you write these things down with that? Just from a quick Google search, there are 4 options for self-employed people. There's the traditional or Roth IRA. There is something called a solo 401k, which, Mom, whatever code you were giving, I don't think is right. I think it is the solo 401k that you're referring to. There's also an SEP IRA. It's actually a self-employed person IRA, and then a simple IRA. Those are the 4 that I'm seeing.
Okay, great. So I'm going to ask some friends that have a lot of information on this.
I just got information on a simple IRA because I'm now HR for a company, and they called me to ask me if I want to set that up for our employees. So
Great.
I will have some information on the simple IRA next.
Great. Wonderful. That's awesome. This is good. Okay, so we're all thinking retirement accounts just to have things set up. It's good for us all now. We'll look into all of this. That's awesome. All right. So let's.
Any other topics?
Yeah.
Life cycle.
I want to know what the name of our group is. We don't have a name. What is it, Teresa? What are these meetings called?
Well, it's in our investment club, right?
Okay.
Okay, so Sylvie's going to do the life cycle fund. Do you want to get one that you're going to talk about?
Yeah, it's just a little like 10-minute information maximum. So
Okay.
at some of the talks.
Okay, life cycle fund, she'll be doing that. Great.
It goes also within the IRA. So maybe the day we do the IRA.
Okay, Sylvie's going to talk about life cycle. Okay, let's just take 1 second. Who else wants to sign up to talk about something that they really enjoy and want to share? Yeah, it's just, you know, if there's anything, any topic that you'll get us excited about. I'm going to do dividend reinvestments, drips, and where you can purchase yourself right into companies by just sending money directly to IBM or Corning or Kellogg or PepsiCo. So there's the opportunity to do that. Reminding everybody to keep reading the books, this one, and then we have the little red book from A.L. Williams when we were kids, and it's a really short read. It's lovely. Sylvie's, we've been passing it around, Common Sense. That are $4. You can order them on Amazon. I know, Kent, you've got one in your house. Your mom's got one. I think Andrea has one in her house. So we'll
I
pass
don't have
this
one
on.
anymore. I would love to get one. Can you tell us
Okay.
where? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just on Amazon. Chris sent it.
Okay.
Kent, you have it, I'm sure, at your house there.
What is the name of it again?
It's called Common Sense.
Common Sense. Okay,
by
thank you.
A.L. Williams, and he was back.
I
here
remember
when
that.
we were- yeah.
I remember that.
When we were all your guys' age, he was the guy. He was a
Yep.
football coach who then converted and decided to give his entire life to helping people with their finances and learn just what we're doing here. Just learn, get out there and do it, learn, make this a priority. Again, your wealth shall be a priority because you're going to be working with it for the rest of your life. So the more we can do, the better. All right. So
Teresa, I have a request for a topic sometime in the next year. If anybody knows anyone that is interested in real estate investment, I would like to learn more about it. It's not like an immediate thing that I'm going to be doing, but I'd like to hear what the idea behind it is and when it's good to start getting involved in that, now what scale and things like that.
So March, Malia is going to talk all about
Yes.
that.
That's awesome. Thank you, Malia.
yeah. So Malia's got March. There we go. Excellent. Good. All right. So we've got some real fun dates. So everybody write down, next meeting is going to actually be earlier in December, the 5th. We're 6 to 7 on the 5th. And it's going to be led by Kyle, and he's going to do some investments with us and teach us how to pick good stocks and how to look at what is a buy. So very excited about that. Then we've got Malia signed up. We got Kent's going to do one.
And then we do all together the Roth IRA.
And then we'll do an entire IRA.
So that's probably that.
Yeah.
In April.
April we'll do IRAs. Yes, because April's the month. Look around, everybody, make sure you have somebody that's holding you accountable. Malia, Maddie just went in and did some trades last week. We're getting another appointment this week, so we'll do some more trades. Whatever motivates you, and tell each other how the person can help you motivate you. So even hand holding, even downloading the app with you, whatever it takes. Yeah. So Ashley, got to get you doing your trade in front of us, and Biagio. You guys can hold each other accountable to make those trades this week, right? Okay, perfect. Very exciting. And Donovan's got his account going. Karen, how can we help you get started?
Well, I feel like I don't even know how to sign up for Charles Schwab or anything. I can get on the net and look. I don't know how to get started, but
okay.
And we really didn't cover that tonight.
Perfect. So we will Zoom you, Malia and I, and you said you had some time this week, a little more moments. Okay. Do you have, can you pick a tomorrow or Thursday moment and just tell us when that would be?
Sure.
Let me go to my
schedule.
We will hold your hand and we'll tell you to hit this button.
Okay, let me look at my schedule real quick, just I put you on hold a minute.
Perfect.
Um,
So
While you're looking at that, go ahead, Ken.
we had a trade in mind that we wanted to make.
Yeah, we're doing the VGT right now.
Okay.
So by 2 weeks from now, you
Okay.
have to get some portion of a share or whatever, because it's 433. So any portion of
Mhm.
that, $1 is the minimum.
Okay.
Though I'm holding you accountable because in November here we're getting $250 divvied up or all in one, whatever you wish.
Okay. All right. So I can, yeah,
Yeah,
do it
however
right
you
now
want
or
it,
do it
you got it.
over the
You
month.
You
got
can
it.
do it over that, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just before the next meeting, we're all committed to doing it. And if you're desiring hand holding, let's do it. Karen, what time tomorrow? Anytime or the next day?
tomorrow at 11:30 or Thursday at 3.
Okay, tomorrow 11:30 is great. Okay, tomorrow 11:30 it is.
You're gonna send me a Zoom link?
Same one.
Okay,
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
perfect.
11:30 our time.
Thank you.
Yeah. Please don't.
Yay! I'm so excited.
I know. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna reiterate, I know there were a couple chats up about the book. Ramit's like my new favorite. I love him. Ramit is the one that he does the I Will Teach You to Be Rich book, and it is on audio book as well. If you can if you can't read and you can just listen to it, it's worth it. He actually reads it himself, so you get some of his personality entered into it. And yes, as Mike mentioned, the second edition is the one you want to get, because he realized that there were a few things that people were complaining about in his first book, because people like to complain, right? And so he fixed those issues, or he talks about the issues that people had issues with in his first book, and so the second edition is the way to go. But I will say that the thing that I took away from that book was his word fire. And if we don't have a name for this group, I'm going to call it the Fire Investment Club, because FIRE stands for become financially independent and retire early. And I can say, gosh, I wish I had listened to him more, and to my peers and my mentors when I was younger, and I would have been on fire, and I would have been financially independent and retired early. Right now, it's never too late to start, but you guys have this opportunity as young people to be able to possibly retire in your 40s, because you're starting in your 20s. So this is awesome. I'm really excited for you guys, and I want you all to be on fire. I want you to be financially independent and retire early. And if that's one motivation that you can get out of his book, then that's a win.
And one fun thing is, like, he has a whole show on Netflix now. So if you want to see him in his personality helping people, and it's ridiculous what people live in, how he helps them, and you will get a nugget out of every, and a laugh out of every of those episodes. But it keeps you excited about playing with the money, because you can see if they can do it, the people they filmed, I can do it for sure.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
what's Jillian, what is it that he calls the money, as you were saying, he wants us to not say we can't afford to do these things. He wants us to make sure we're planning for the things that are value in our life.
He kind of played on like the guilty pleasures or guilty spending, and he calls it guilt-free spending.
Guilt-free
which
spending.
is what Sylvie was saying, like in the app, it's the fun purchases that you have planned for. So that you don't have to feel guilty.
Spending.
Conscious spending, yeah.
Conscious spending plan. So instead of calling a budget, it's a conscious spending.
Yeah, but
So
that's what the conscious spending plan, but we're talking about, there is a category, there's an envelope called guilt-free spending, the guilt-free money. And so if, like, Donovan loves D&D, he wants to be able to afford his D&D books and his programs and stuff, and he's got to be able to put an envelope away for that, because that is very, very important to him. So,
since
Call
we're
it
going to
receive
be,
joy.
yeah, right. So since we're going to be meeting early in December, if you sign up for the free trial now, you have your free trial for the You Need a Budget app until December 14th. So if anybody wants to get started with that, you can try it over the next couple weeks and still be in that free trial when we meet next, and you can kind of talk about your experience. If we have any collective questions about it, we can look at that and see how it's working for the people that tried it.
Oh, Andrea, I called my category Live a Beautiful Life.
Yeah.
Because then I can use anything what I want, like let it be whatever what I. And then they have in the app itself, they have one category. It's like, oh, things I forgot to budget for.
yes.
So they also have that pre-assigned, so you can choose, and you can really make it so individual. So Jillian, you already use this app?
Yeah, I have the free trial currently, so I'm in the process of setting up my envelopes.
Great.
Okay.
Morgan, are you willing to try it? He's so disciplined.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, great. I'll fund it if you like it. Try the 1 month free. It's so exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it like right after this call.
Okay, great. And Kent, will you do it too? Because I know that you guys are really fast on your phones, and
Yeah, why not? Sounds
yeah,
nice.
that sounds great. And hello, Amanda. I'm so excited. Hi,
I
darling.
think she's listening, but I think she said she
She's
was
listening. Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay.
doing
So
something.
again, can we just
Hi.
Hi, honey. Okay. I'm
There she
holding
is.
you accountable personally for in helping you in any way and every way we can. And I'd love Anthony to set up a portfolio account too.
Okay, yeah, we both have that.
Great.
So he's starting out a little fresher than me. But yeah, he also can get involved in this. I'll let him know about it.
Good. And are you Schwab, or who are you with?
I do my trading through Vanguard.
Through Vanguard. Okay, so you do Vanguard also. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And sharing, everybody's sharing what they love about their portfolio or some cool stuff. That's the dream that we continue with each other. So anything that's working really well in your portfolio that you want to share with the dreamers here, and we all purchase some. So again, it's going to be very exciting because we're going to be watching so many great investments happen. And learning with each other and helping each other.
Yeah.
This is so much better than buying you guys a pair of tennis shoes for Christmas. Amazing.
Yeah. I'll say I think that my favorite thing about my portfolio is that like my dad encouraged me to get started kind of younger. So I've dollar cost averaged for like a while. And so I feel like I've definitely seen growth over time. So that's something that like gets me excited about it.
Okay. And do you have VGT?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
I'll check on that.
Okay, so then call me about that. So we get you in VGT. So everybody will be up to speed by our next meeting, and it's again going to be on Tuesday at 6 on the December 5th. 5th. Yeah. Yay! All right. Pick a partner. If who will you be willing to help? Karen and I are definitely going to get together with Malia. So the three of us. We've got our appointment already at 11:30. We're so excited. Get some investment going for Karen immediately. Close with a prayer? Yeah, let's close slowly. Go ahead.
Oh, dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for bringing us together in happiness, health, and wealth, and that we are actually able to praise you and money in the same prayer. So thank you that we now have the possibility to live according to your plan, which is an absolute abundance, and it is an absolute rejoicing. Again, I say rejoice. So yes, we are rejoicing in everything that you have set up for us here on earth, and money is definitely part of it. And you say it's not about the love of money, but it's the fun with money that we are having here. So thank you for letting us play with the money and loving you for it. So thank you for everything that you bestow upon us, and please show us within this year that your plans for us are greater than we can ever imagine. So thank you for helping us dream even bigger, even better, and that we are such a great, wonderful group here of all ages that can do it. In your holy name, with you, everything is possible, Lord. We praise you, we love you, in your holy name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Love you all. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.